Yeah, Richie Rich here, coming to you from Vietnam. Just outside my apartment today, and just showing the building behind me here. It's been taking about 2 months, 3 months building it. They build one level at a time, and scaffolding in between floors, and they pump the concrete up, and some stuff they do a little bit of hand mixing as well for the posts. Anyway, just a quick little side note. So yeah, today I'm going to talk a little bit about freedom and what I'm doing here in Vietnam, because it's just, there's not very much, there is mask wearing. They do more of that on motorbikes, and I would say it's 40%, 40-50% people wearing masks out and about in my area. And when you go to more of a more district, like malls and stuff, they really kind of enforce having the masks. So, but other than that, there's very little social distancing going on, so it doesn't seem to be a big deal. But yeah, I'm just here to talk about freedom a bit and take your power back, and the other 2 videos I did on my past and how I was growing up and stuff. And yeah, it's just no, you just gotta move forward. And I'm over here in Vietnam, and it just seems good for me. I enjoy being here. I hear no speed limits here. He's on a small street, and they just, yeah, that's a story in itself. Gotta get used to. So, but anyway, sorry if I digress. But yeah, there's yeah, back home in Canada and everything, they're cracking down, more lockdowns coming down. There's nothing here, there's no more lockdowns here. There's hardly any COVID cases here, and now I think I've heard there's nothing, there hasn't been anything really at all in the last couple of weeks. And but that whole COVID thing, it's a whole, how can I say? Yeah, I have my personal opinion on that, and I'm not going to get into, there's a lot of, put it this way, I'm on the opposite side of the narrative and that what you call it, how bad it really is. So I'll just leave it go with that. There's lots of information out there about, some people say it's conspiracy or whatever, but I look at the facts. So anyway, but as far as freedom here, yeah, it's today I went and got my motorbike had some flat tires, or well, the tires weren't so good on it, so changed my 2 motorbike tires and change and put on my scooter. They call motorbikes, and it cost me around $40-45 US dollars. So that's for 2. So things are pretty economical over here if you want to live here. It's obviously their how can I put it? Their wage is very how can I say? Very low over here. I think the average wage is anywhere between $200 to $600 US a month. So anyway, that's and that's how Vietnam's really trying to promote companies to come over here, more of a cheaper labor, and also China. People are getting sick of China, I guess, apparently. So the companies want to come here as well. So anyway, that's how that's going on that end of it for the economy. The economy is suffering a bit because of they did rely on a lot of tourists. So, and it is difficult now to come to Vietnam. You can get here. There's proper procedures. You have to be invited by a certain company, and yeah, it's not just having a simple invitation letter. There's a process, and you also have quarantine when you get here, which makes it very costly. And I know that in the English teaching, a lot of teachers right now that then leave before COVID started. It's pretty hard to get back here, and companies are really looking for English teachers for the learning centers and regular school system. But yeah, just getting back to my own story, I just enjoyed being here. There's just so much. It's a simple process for me to come here. When I started this process 4 years ago, and yeah, it was just how can I say? It was just very. I had all my did my research and got over here and just loving it, and I'm willing to help people too to make that change if there's anyone who's interested in that. And you can email me at courageousrich@gmail.com. That's courageousrich@gmail.com. But yeah, there's just so much going on. There's still an economy here, and really, it's like I said, there are areas that are starting to slow down because everyone's shut down, especially their exports. But yeah, as far as my decision, how I made the decision, yeah, I just did my research, and it just felt good. I didn't want to be stuck in Canada. I'm a freedom guy, and over here there's just a lot of less regulations. Everybody thinks Vietnam's a communist country. Well, I call it career politicians. In Western countries, that's close to communism. So anyway, that's another story. But it's a one-party system. A lot of people here don't like the party, don't like the government. They're especially Saigon people. Most of the government's in Hanoi, so there's a little bit of resentment. Especially years ago, there was that war. But other than that, they're growing. Yeah, they're really growing their internal economy. I met a gentleman the other day who was he's a very wealthy Vietnamese. Don't get me wrong, even though I said salary, there's a lot of wealth here too. A lot of wealth. Some of these properties in Saigon is one of the most expensive in the world. But there is wealth here. I'm not sure what percentage. There could be 5 to 10, maybe 35 million, maybe, of really, really wealthy people. I'm just guessing. But there is wealth here. It's just that there's pockets of it, and being a foreigner, you get more exposed to that, into the pockets of it. But yeah, anyway, I was saying about this one gentleman. He's growing organic grapes and cantaloupe, and he has a huge market here because they do import it. So there's a big demand for organic. They really want to get into the health in Vietnam because they do recognize there's a lot of chemicals here, and that's used on their foods, pesticides, and they really understand that. The real educated, wealthy people. But other than so anyway, those type of industries are popping up with organics as well. So, but yeah, that's just a little side note too on the business atmosphere over here. There's definitely trying to get their infrastructure going better with the roads, and that's, I think, becoming more of a nightmare for them. It's taking way too long for things to happen, and that's part of the culture. And some things get done quickly, some does not, and especially with regulations. And speaking of regulations, those people over there behind me on that building there, a lot of them will be wearing flip-flops. There's no such thing as hard hats, and there's very little safety harnesses used. So everything's a little different as far as safety procedures over here. So, but they get things done. You can't knock that. So, but other than that, just a quick side note: just make a decision to go where you feel you're wanted and desired. I'm finding right now in where I'm from, in Canada, there in Ontario, when I hear what's going on and how the government is starting to treat people, that's not where you want to be. That's not where I wanted to be anyway. So, and I just made the decision years ago, and I thought this was going to be this economic. I looked at the numbers, and I thought this economy, the global economy, would slow down. I wasn't anticipating this quickly. I wasn't anticipating for another 4 to 5 years before it really started to get going. But this whole COVID thing, it's really sped it up 10 times. So, but yeah, so I'm over here. Don't know when I'm going to get back because it's everything's locked down. Businesses are shutting down. People can't do anything over there. And back where I am, so here you can still go to movie theaters, cafes, bars, stuff like that. So it's a great place to be if that's your angle for the bars anyway. But I know they're suffering too because they relied on a lot of the tourists too. So, but there is an expat community too that helps support as well. So anyway, that's it for today's video. This is Sunday, and I will be talking more about it later, about me and making a decision. I have my report, operate on your my book, Operate at Your Peak. I get the report I have out called lifeoptimizationreport.com. That's going to definitely help you focus, trying to make your decisions in your life where you think you should be focusing more as you as a person. So yeah, and I'm coming up with another course in the next couple weeks as well, or maybe sooner. Anyway, yeah, that's it. I'm Richie Rich. Talk to you later. Bye for now.